guys, Marsingin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today we are going to talk about an interesting theory. You guys have obviously seen the title and the thumbnail already. You might be wondering where the hell I got this from, where I am going with this. And so I'm going to explain it in various steps as we go through some of the things that I think could be good indicators towards this being a thing. Now, obviously this is not me saying that this is going to be the next Dokkan Fest on JP. It's something that was suggested in the comments of one of my previous videos. I don't know if the comment comes from this video, but I have a video up on the screen now, which I made the other day, which was talking about the connection between the JP Dokkan Fest that comes out at the beginning of November and the Heroes celebration, because I mean you can see from the thumbnail, but let me bring up the image in a slightly better thing here. So yeah, this is the image that I talked about in that video. So as you can see, we got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta 2 years ago, and then Super Saiyan 4 Vegito was the headline Heroes unit. Then the year after that it was Trunks, and then obviously got Trunks. And so obviously then the speculation for this year based on the trend, we've already talked about this in a ton of videos, but the speculation is that the headliner unit for Heroes is Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. So then who is going to be the Dokkan Fest for JP? Are they going to be connected to that? Now this theory kind of runs tantamount to this sort of thing, right, where the headline unit is related to the JP Dokkan Fest. However, this theory is presuming that the headliner for Heroes is actually not going to be Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Now, as I've said in previous videos, I don't want to rehash the whole thing all over again, but we're only assuming Limit Breaker Vegito is the headline based on a trend that has gone for like the last 2 years. And obviously Global has been, or say Global, Dokkan in general, has been changing things up quite a bit recently. So, I mean, if you ask me, I am assuming we're still getting Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. This theory does kind of carry along from the idea that we won't be getting him, because I don't think it really works if we are. But that's just one of the pieces of the puzzle. So I wanted to give a shout out to someone from the comment section. I'll put it up on the screen, DBZ Boy. It's kind of the whole reason for this video, right? I read this comment and I thought, you know what? I can kind of see it. So he says, with the release of Angel Dabura and the Super Strike Pykon revamp, I could see the next Dokkan Fest being a Super Kaioken Goku. That'll be the hint for Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken Gogeta being the headline banner for Heroes. So yeah, obviously I've got the images up on Dokkan Info for the JP. Global hasn't had a data download with the information, so I couldn't find like the assets anywhere. But obviously we have the Pykon Super Strike EZA that's going to be coming out, and we have the Angel Dabura, who, as we couldn't see in the original teaser, but we can now see from the full card art and the details that have been released, he has a unit super attack with Pykon, which is definitely interesting. I don't think many people suspected that. So of course I can see the link, right? Other World Warriors, it's more so Pykon than it is Dabura, because obviously the by the time Dabura becomes an angel and is sent to the other world in that filler section of the anime, I'm pretty sure the Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku part of the filler is already long gone, right? I'm sure that was before Super Saiyan 3 was even a thing, right? So I'm not too sure about how that lines up in terms of the timeline, but, you know, units don't have to be from the exact same part of the show. There just has to be that connection. In fact, I'm not sure if I'd have to go back and watch that filler, but do you even see, like, the Angel Dabura and Pykon, like, on screen at the same time? I don't know, and this card exists. So it is very possible that that strenuous link could exist. So obviously we do have a Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku in the game, so it's definitely not outside of the realm of possibility that we could get a new one. I mean, this unit originally came out, if we scroll down here and I change the tabs, the unit originally came out as a global first, July 2017, which means this unit is over 5 years old, still doesn't have an EZA, and released on JP a year later. So even on JP, the unit is over 4 years old. Now the unit, when they released him and the Pykon that came out alongside him, they did update them because they were coming out a year later. So even though still outdated, the Kaioken Goku is slightly better on JP than he is on Global. However, looking at their stats, I believe that they are the same. I'd seen someone a while ago saying they were different, but on the wiki they are listed as being exactly the same. So one interesting thing that could happen is if this unit does get an EZA, which, I mean, if the new Dokkan Fest is going to be a new Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku, why not EZA the old one as part of that celebration, right? They've been doing that a lot recently, like we got the new Kid Goku, and they EZA'd the Int one, even though they share the same name. So if they EZA them, all they have to do is just bring them in line, right? So that post EZA, they are just both exactly the same. So yeah, be interesting to see whether that will actually be the case. Because this guy, I feel like he could be good with an EZA. Judging by his JP kit, which I'm assuming is what they would build his EZA off of, he's already super self-sufficient. He gives himself ki, and he also has tons of ki links. Like when he came out originally, you know, such a long time ago, the meta was very different. But having this unit on the team, he linked up with basically every super type unit that you'd want to be running on that team because of the fact that he has prepared for battle, shocking speed, and over in a flash. And of course then he is a shattering the limit unit on JP and a fierce battle unit on Global, which is kind of interesting. Because it means if they do give him an EZA that makes them completely in line, the Global one would still technically be better, right? Because fierce battle is better than shattering the limit, especially for a unit that gets so much ki. But yeah, Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku, definitely not outside the realms of possibility when you consider the units that have gotten Dokkan Fests recently. And I do think this card could definitely be good. I mean, if we take a look at the most recent Kaioken Goku that's released, is of course the LR Kaioken Goku that came out as part 2 during the anniversary. And whilst the unit isn't necessarily the best defensively for some of the hardest content in the game, like even at 55%, this unit puts out ridiculous attack stats. So whilst we've had the Kid Goku just released on JP, very strong defensively, helps support the rotation defensively with that damage reduction passive. He also obviously does put out good numbers attack-wise as well. I could definitely see them following that up with a Dokkan Fest that is very much attack-based as opposed to defense-based, right? Because this guy puts out absolutely insane numbers. His only downside is his categories and stuff, because he's obviously from like the Saiyan saga. Whereas if we had a new updated version of this guy, look at all the categories that he's on. Pure Saiyans, Full Power, Goku Family, he's on Super Saiyans, Kamehameha, Otherworld Warriors, Final Trump Card, Turtle School, Bond of Friendship, Accelerated Battle, and Bond of Parent and Child. So he's on a lot of very good categories, and he has this very strong link set as well. So obviously if we brought out a new one, you wouldn't even really need to have any ki in his passive because of how good his links are. But then, yeah, he could be potentially very good. Now, he probably will be another unit that sacrifices HP on super attack, which I'm not the hugest fan of. But obviously, if he's dishing out tons of damage, then obviously that would be a pretty good trade-off. Now, the only thing I would say maybe that doesn't quite come together with this, I don't know who the side banning unit would be. Let me know down below who you think, because obviously the number one logical choice would be another Pykon. But considering we have the AGL Dokkan Fest Pykon, we're just getting the Super Strike revamp one. It seems weird to release another new Pykon. Although I guess if, you know, they're releasing this Angel Dabura that has a unit super attack with Pykons. We've got the Super Strike revamp and the Dokkan Fest one, pretty much the only viable ones. I guess Super Pykon. I'm assuming the way his unit super works is just name includes Pykon. Although Super Pykon isn't on Otherworld Warriors either, so I don't know how that would work exactly. So I'm not sure who a good side banner unit for him would be, considering not much else really goes on in that arc of any importance other than him fighting Pykon. So it would be quite interesting. And then obviously, as the last part of that theory suggests, this would then lead into the headline banner unit of the Hero Celebration being Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken Gogeta, which, I mean, I think the fact that they've revealed the 2 Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s as 2 of the units that are going to be on the banner probably is, like, for me anyway, was like that extra level of confirmation that the headline unit is going to be Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. But obviously this guy, I think he was the following anniversary unit. So if Dokkan does still follow that trend that is what has led people to assume Limit Breaker Vegito is the headliner, it would mean that this guy would actually be the headliner next year. So who knows, maybe I'll be making this same video again in a year's time, because if we are definitely thinking the headline unit is going to be Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken Gogeta, then I definitely could see them bringing out a new Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Do you think it is possible that we could see a new Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku? I say a new one, obviously the original one isn't a Dokkan Fest, and whilst he is just a character from like a filler segment, I don't think that necessarily means that he can't be a Dokkan Fest exclusive. Because, I mean, he's a Goku. He's on a ton of good teams. They could give him some really cool animations. So, I think if, you know, pretty much nowadays, almost any unit within reason can get a Dokkan Fest. So, I would be actually kind of hyped for a Kaioken Goku, or Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku, as long as his kit was good. But like I say, I feel like his animations would be really good. And you can see the tie-in, you know, shout out again to DBZ Boy, the fact that they're covering these kind of Otherworld Warriors units, Otherworld Warriors getting a buff, a new Pykon, like, it seems very, it seems like if it was, the way I should describe it, I guess, is if they did reveal that the new Dokkan Fest coming up was a Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku, then you could use all of these points to be like, oh yeah, look, of course it is. These were the hints that they gave us. So, not necessarily saying that I think it is going to be that, but I can see it. So, it was an interesting enough comment, an interesting enough theory that I thought I would put this video together. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Would you be hyped for a new Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku? Would you be hyped for Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken Gogeta to be one of the heroes cards? Honestly, even if he's not the headliner, I would love to see this card come to Dokkan. But again, going back to the format that we are assuming is going to determine the headliner card, I think it still is going to be Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, and then this guy will be the headliner next year. But let me know all of your thoughts down below in the comment section. Shout out to DBZ Boy once again. And if you don't think it will be Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku, let me know your thoughts on who you think the next Dokkan Fest coming up for JP is going to be. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.